Hey Sebastian, I'm your uncle CJ. Your mom's probably giving this to you at some point, a birthday where you become self-aware and you're ready to learn new things and explore the world. So she's asked a bunch of her friends to make some videos for you. First off, your mom is super cool and she's a pleasure to work with. She's also a great writer, never forget that. And as you've probably guessed by now, I'm going to be teaching you a little bit on guitar. So hopefully one day when you grow up, you have a passion for music like I do, and you can remember that your Uncle CJ was the first one, hopefully, who introduced you to it. So I know that learning an instrument is an absolutely massive and lifelong undertaking, so I'm going to teach you some basic stuff right now, 4 basic open chords that'll hopefully get you on your way. The chords we're going to be learning are E minor, C, D, and G. And it already kind of sounds like something like So I'll bring the camera in close so you can see exactly where I place my fingers, and hopefully it's pretty beneficial. Okay, so this is called the fretboard, and all of these little things are frets. So if I say first fret, first section, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, fifth fret, so on and so forth. Super simple stuff. 6 strings on the guitar, ranging, from highest to lowest. They are E, B, G, D, A, and finally E. So start right at the bottom, E, B, G, D, A, E. Alright, let's get right into it. So an E minor chord has the root note of open E. God, I'm getting way too ahead of myself. I'm just going to explain with finger positions and hand motions. It's much easier. So an E minor chord, basically you're going to take your second finger, your middle finger, and place it on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. You should be getting that noise. And then your 3rd finger, or ring finger, should be placing on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So it's just these 2 fingers that are pushed down, 2nd finger on 2nd fret of 5th string, 3rd finger on 2nd fret of 4th string. And you're going to basically play all of the strings. And that's your E minor. Next up is the G. You'll notice that minor chords like the E minor you just learned have more of a morose or sad tone to them, while the major chords like G and C, G, D, and C are all much brighter. So when you get into songwriting and you're making music and you're trying to craft and elicit the perfect emotion from somebody, remember that minor chords are sad, major chords a little bit more happy, uplifting. Okay, so G. 2nd finger on 3rd fret of the 6th string, the thickest string. 1st finger, index finger, on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and then your pinky finger is going to slide right in at the 3rd fret of the 1st string, the high E, and you're going to get your G. So E minor, right on. So the next chord we're going to learn is the D chord. This one's a little bit interesting because with the E minor and the G, you've been playing all 6 strings every time. But with the D, you're only going to be playing the bottom 4 strings. So, you want to put your 1st finger, the index finger, on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. You want to put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, the B. And then you want to smush, sort of pack in your middle finger onto the 2nd fret of the 1st string. And now you only want to play these bottom 4 strings. See, I'm only playing the bottom 4. If you play all 6 strings, it sounds a bit sour, right? Actually, it doesn't count. It sounds kind of nice, but traditionally you play the D, just the top 4 strings. And last but not least, the chord that is my namesake, the C major chord. You're going to be playing 5 strings on this chord as opposed to the 4 we previously played and the 6 that we played with your E minor and G. D's got 4, C's got 5. So you want to take your third finger, your ring finger. In fingering in guitar, if you ever play piano, this is your first finger, but in guitar, this is your first finger. A little bit confusing if you're trying to be multi-instrumental, but we'll stick with guitar first. So you want to take your third finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. Your second finger is going to go on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And your first finger is going to skip that 3rd string and go right to the 2nd string and go on the 1st fret. So 1st fret of 2nd string. I hope you can see that. So, and then you just want to play the top 5, right? Sounds nice. Okay, so now I'll show you how to put all those together. They're really basic chords, but I mean they make up 80% of popular music. So now that you know those 4 chords, you can play tons of stuff. I even looked up the chorus to Let It Be, super popular Beatles song that I'm sure you're well aware of because your parents have trained you well in, you know, British invasion of the 1960s rock and roll. Anyway, chorus of Let It Be, it's just those 4 chords. It's E minor, G, C, G, D, C, G. Let it be, let it be, let it be, that's basically it. So go forth, play music, fall in love with it like I did. There are tons more chords, lots of references. I'm sure YouTube will still be around, and Google's probably taken over the world at this point because you're the Note 10. So yeah, go forward. Remember, your Uncle CJ helped you learn your first 4 chords of music. See you, Sebastian.